Okay, so question 1, when comparing particles in a solid, liquid, and gas, the particles in a gas will. Don't forget, we know our particles in a solid are closely aligned. In a liquid, they're a little bit more loose. Remember the party? Hey man, thank you for coming to my party. And then in a gas, they're just the crazy, all over, scattered. Okay? So let's look at our choices. The particles in a gas will be closer together than the particles in a solid. Well, no, they won't be closer together because the solid particles are the ones that are the closest together. Will they be farther apart than the particles in a liquid? Yes, they will, because they're scattered. They'll be the same distance apart as the particles in a solid? Well, no, because then it would be a solid if the particles were the same distance apart. And would they be closer together than the particles in a liquid? No, because the particles in a gas are the farthest particles apart. So B would be the answer in that case. On question number 2, Mary has a container with some matter in it. She is able to measure how much matter is in the container, and the matter is the same shape as the container. She moves the matter to another container and notices that there is still the same amount of matter, but the shape of the matter has changed. Mary's matter is, okay? And we need to remember that when matter has a defined volume, but not a defined shape, okay, so the volume is still the same because it says there's still the same amount of matter, so that's volume. And it says it takes the shape of the shape of the matter has changed. That means it does not have a defined shape. And the matter that has a defined volume and not a defined shape is a liquid. So you should just go to liquid, and that is your choice right there. A gas does not have a defined shape or volume. A solid does not have a defined shape or volume. And a mixture, we have not seen what the mixture is made of, so we can't use that as our choice. All matter is made up of very small particles, or not almonds. Atoms, yes. Nucleus is part of an atom, and electrons are part of an atom. So all matter is made up of B, atoms. Number 4, if you want to determine how much matter an object has, you must find the blank of the object. Okay? And how much matter an object has? Matter equals mass. So there's your answer right there, mass. Okay? Volume will tell you the size of it. Weight is a bad word. That will tell you how much gravity is acting on it. And size, we won't know how much matter is in an object by its size, because a very big object can have very little matter in it. Think of a balloon. Okay, number 5. Cheryl notices a blue liquid on the counter. She smells it. It smells like raspberries. Then she notices a drink mix powder on the counter as well. Her mom must have made the liquid. How could she classify this liquid? Now, is it a mixture because the parts are easily distinguished? Well, it says that the liquid is blue. It doesn't say that there's anything else in it. So I would say that it's probably not a mixture. Solution because the parts are easily distinguished? Well, yes, it is a solution probably. The parts are easily distinguished. That goes with a mixture. So this one is incorrect. A solution, because the parts are not easily distinguished. That goes with solution. So I think that would be a good one. And a mixture and a solution, well, it's either or. That means it can only be a mixture or a solution. So in which case, C is the answer. Okay, number 6. Protons and electrons are alike because they both orbit the atom. Well, let's draw our atom. and C. Okay, so we've got protons here and electrons here. Do they both orbit the atom? No, the electron orbits the atom, but the proton is inside the nucleus, so that can't be. We need to see how they are alike. They are both found in the nucleus. Well, protons are in the nucleus, but electrons are not. So that is not a good choice. They are both charged particles. Well, let's look. Protons have a positive charge and electrons have a negative charge. So yes, they are both charged particles. And they both have neutrons. Well, neither one of them has neutrons. Neutrons are part of an atom. So D is incorrect. So C is the correct answer. Okay, the last one on page 1. Matter A becomes a solid at 0 degrees Celsius and a gas at 100 degrees Celsius. At which temperature would matter A be a liquid? Okay, so that's where we need to draw our thermometer, and at the bottom is where we're going to put the lower temperature, so 0 degrees Celsius. And it says that our matter is a solid then. Okay, so it's a solid at 0. And then it becomes a gas up here at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that means at which temperature would matter A be a liquid? So in between 0 and 100 would be the temperature at which it would be a liquid. So we have to find one temperature that falls in there. So 110, which is way too high, is not correct. -3 is way down here, so that is not correct. 212 is way, way, way up here. That would not be correct. 84 is right smack dab in the liquid range. So D would be the answer in that case.